Greetings everyone. Thanks for joining me for another one of my little videos about CCTV, security, and other products. Today we're going to be checking out the ieGeek ZY E1 Floodlight Camera, used for your backyard or maybe outside your business. I'm a retired security contractor with over 20 years experience in the CCTV industry, so my main interest is in CCTV and other things related to that. The reason I have these items here right now is these are some of the things that I would have used 10 years ago before I retired. And floodlight, a camera in a housing for outdoor use, and a DVR. And the reason I'm pointing this out to you is because everything I just showed you would cost over $1,000 easily back in my time. But luckily for consumers nowadays, they have products like this. And there's plenty of these out there. And my particular interest is things like this to show and demo for you and review. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to unbox this for you, program it, set it up, and show you some results, some images from it, and we'll move on from there. So bear with me, be right back for the unboxing. Okay, we're back with the ieGeek ZY E1 Floodlight Camera. PIR light control, smart siren alarm, PIR motion detection, two-way audio, and IP65 waterproof, and it'll operate on 2.4 gig Wi-Fi. And just point out that it will not work on the 5 gig, so make sure you have 2.4 gig Wi-Fi if you're going to use this product. Let's open this up. Okay, instruction user's manual. And I need to point out one thing before we go too far here. This product is not a battery operated or solar powered device. It has to be connected to your hardwiring within your home. And for that reason, I'm going to set this up as a portable device to do what we're going to do inside here. But I'm not going to show you how it's going to be wired because I am not an electrician. I was a licensed low voltage technology contractor, but I'm not an electrician, and I don't want to give any wrong information on connecting it to your home's AC source. So we're gonna do some unboxing here, and then I'm going to temporarily set it up to run off of a plug. And then we'll go out and mount it outside and do some testing with it. But this is how the product comes in the box. We've got some hardware here to connect the hardwire, and then you got screws. You have a hook here, and you'll see in the manual what this hook is for. It's basically to hang the product from the outlet box, so you can do the connections, but we're not going to be using that. Got a gasket to help maintain its waterproofness with the box. Let's pull this out. It is very well packaged. I doubt that any negligent driver, I won't say what company, but any negligent driver from a delivery company, I doubt that they could drop that and hurt it anywhere. Here's the product. And you've got two LED or LCD floodlights here. And you've got the camera along with the motion sensor. And let's take these plastic protectors off right now. It's made of ABS, plastic if you will, but it's very sturdy. I mean, that is solid. I can't push it or pull it or do anything to make it bend or give. That is very solid. And these joints are well made and sturdy. Everything here appears to be very well made. So I think this one needs to be turned around though, because it's got the lid on top here. So anyway, as I said, I'm going to quick do a pause here, and I'm going to connect this up to a temporary box so we can set it up here in the house. And then once it's all set up, we'll take it outside and mount it that way and then test it out. So be back with you again shortly here. Okay, as you can see, I have mounted this a little different than what the instructions will show you how to mount. I've got it on a round box here, a round fixture box, but I've got it temporarily wired to an extension cord, an old extension cord, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. But this here is normally meant to mount on a round fixture box on the side of your home, you know, where you have an outdoor light or something like that. In my case, our house does not have any wall-mounted outdoor fixtures. All of our lights are up in a can, up in the soffits. So that's one reason why I'm doing this. Another reason is I wanted it to be kind of portable. I can move this around to different locations using this method. I am not recommending that you do that, because you should always follow the instructions in the manual, and the manual gives you clear instructions on how to mount it and wire it into your home's electrical system. I'm doing this a little bit different for these demo purposes, so please don't do it because I've done it. I'd hate to see you get zapped and then kind of blame it on me. We're not going to let that happen. In any case, a couple things I want to point out is the first thing we'll do is we'll open up this little weather boot right here. This is where your power switch reset is, and also a slot for your micro SD card. I am placing a 64 gig card in there. You can do up to 128 gig. And the reason that's important is because being powered on all the time, as opposed to being battery operated or solar operated, you can set this camera to 24/7 recording, meaning it's going to record all the time. You don't have to depend on motion event programming or anything like that. I mean, you'll still have that, so it'll notify you if there's an event. But if you think you missed something, or if you just want to look back in history, you'll be able to do that because it's going to be recorded 24/7. In any case, I'll go a little further here. Back here is the speaker. You've got two-way audio with this. From your app, you can talk to the person outside, and it also has a siren alert. If you want to push a button, it'll make a siren go off. Here are your antennas for your 2.4 gig Wi-Fi. It won't work on 5, remember that. You need to have 2.4. Here's your PIR motion sensor, and your camera, of course. And obviously, I was right the first time. These are LED lighting. And what did they say they were? They're pretty strong LED lighting. They are 2600 lumen, 6000 K color temperature, 13 watt LED lamps. That's going to be pretty light, pretty bright. And I believe there's a setting in there so you can control the brightness as well. Yeah, lamp control by manual PIR detection or per schedule. You've got a 3 megapixel CMOS chip in there for camera, and this is both infrared at night. That means it'll be black and white. it'll appear black and white because it's using an IR lamp to light up the area. Or when these lights come on, either automatically with motion or if you activate them by your app, then the night vision will go full color. It'll also be full color during the daytime. Okay, and do I need to show you anything else here on the outside? Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to go in and try some programming of the device, and we'll walk you through that. So we'll be right back as soon as I plug this in, and we'll go from there. All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the Cloud's Edge app here. And this is probably my favorite app for these Wi-Fi cameras. And as you can see, I've got several cameras on here already. And if you don't have the Cloud's Edge app, just go into your Play Store or your App Store for Android or iOS and put in Cloud's Edge. It'll bring it up, load it, and it'll actually walk you through this. But here we go. We're going to see that there's a plus up there. We're going to hit that, and then we are going to select Floodlight Camera. Come on. And let's see. There we go, right there. Now we're going to hit that again up there.
Please power on the device.
And this is going to walk us through how to do this. Okay, please power on the device, which I've already done. Now they really want you to do this close to your router for the best signal. So there's no data loss or anything like that while it's doing the setup. I'm clear across the house from where my router is, but usually this will work for me, and we'll give it a try this route first. And wait for the red light, turn on and blink, and it's already doing that. So let's hit next.
Please reset the device by holding
and
the reset button
please
for 5
reset
seconds.
the device. Hold the reset button, and that is down here by your SD card. Come on. Press and hold that for 4 to 5 seconds. There, did you hear that? Okay, it tells me that it's ready to continue going on with the programming. Whoops, I gotta block these lights here so the camera doesn't get blinded. Hopefully they'll go off here in just a second. There they go. Hope I didn't blind you there. Now we're gonna tap next again.
Select the Wi-Fi network you want to sync with. Please choose a 2.4G network, then enter your
as you can see,
password.
We're into the Wi-Fi setup now, and I pulled my phone off camera because I don't want you guys to see my passwords. And we're all set up on the Wi-Fi. Hit next again, and confirm that.
Please remove the protective film from your
Now
camera
we're ready
lens.
to start talking to the camera.
Code. Then hold the code.
We are going to go to this QR code and tell the camera where its next move is, where the router is and things like that. So let's hit next. And see that QR code there? All I need to do is show the camera that QR code. And now the camera knows exactly what it's got to do next. We will hit next, and it's searching for it on the network. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, it found the device on the network. Let's click on this. Hit next.
Put camera and phone at the place of camera installation.
And there I am. And there I am. See, there's my pretty face. See, there's my pretty face. Okay, let's hit next again to get out of this. Now it's going to give you some install tips on where to install it and things like that for best signal. And hit done. Select room. We're going to hit Ken's home there. Hit done. There we go. Now I believe this will be the one I'm looking for. And there it is. And there I am. There I am. Oh. Oh. So we're all set up on the Wi-Fi. And it's ready to be installed before we do any of the programming on the camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut down in here, and I'm going to move outside and hang this thing for you, and then we'll move on from that. See you in a little bit. All right, I got it on the side of the shed, and blue light's on. That means it's got a good signal, or it's connected properly. Now what do you say we go in and see what kind of pictures we're getting out of it? All right, we're back inside. Let's go into the camera. I believe it's this one here. And that popped up pretty quick. As you can see, I'm in the SD, the standard definition mode. During the programming, it might be a good idea to leave it there so you don't use up as much bandwidth. After we're all set up, we will change that. Let's go into settings and device information. We're going to rename this thing. Okay. Let's name it south, since that's on the south side of our home. Whoops. And hit save. Okay, as you can see, it's now named south, and signal strength is 52%. That's not the best. I've seen better, but I have a big disclaimer with that. That camera, as you saw, was mounted on a metal shed. It's got metal on one side of it and to the rear of it, and about 1.5 feet away is a solid block concrete wall with stucco. And most stucco has a metal mesh under it. And the worst thing you can do for Wi-Fi signals is to be around a bunch of metal. So this is surrounded by it. So I guess 52% signal is excused on this. Let's go and go into alarm management. We're at medium detection right now. Motion detection is on. So when it detects motion, it will send you a notification. We're at medium, and let's go into the alarm area. And okay, come on. Go turn it this way. See this grid here? We're going to tell it where we want the motion to look. Every one of these orange spots here is where if there's motion in there, it's going to trip the notification. And outside that area, it should ignore it, and that'll help reduce your false alarms. Okay, let's back out of this. And come out of that a little bit. Time setting. Right now I believe we're using 24-hour mode, but if you switch this, it'll be on a 12-hour clock. Image settings. You don't need to, but if you were to say hang this from your soffit and the camera was upside down, you could hit screen flip and that would correct that. Night vision mode, we're on automatic, meaning when it gets dark, the camera will go to the IR mode. It'll use the IR emitter, and it'll initially get it in black and white using IR, but once the floodlights turn on, that'll turn to a full color image. So anyway, that's automatic. Now we want to go back here again. And motion activated light. We do want that on, so let's turn that on. And the sensitivity is at an 8. If you find out that light's coming on too many times, you can reduce that down. Or if it's not sensitive enough, you can go up with it. And right now, you can set the duration for the light to be on. We're at 20 seconds. We'll just leave it at that. And so when the light comes on, after 20 seconds of no movement, it's going to shut down the light. Okay, cloud storage service. I am not using that. I just use the micro SD card that's in the camera, and that's sufficient for me. However, if you do want it to go to the cloud, you can sign up for the cloud service. They'll give you a 7-day trial free. After that, it's going to cost you. But like I say, I personally don't use cloud storage. And I guess that is about it for that menu. If you want to look back on the camera's history, assuming you have it on 24/7 recording, you can hit history there. Or if you are paying for cloud service, you can go into the cloud like that. But let's back out of that. Oops. Screenshot. I could take a screenshot of this and save it to my phone. Or record. That'll record an actual moving video, a portion of your video that you can save to your camera or your phone. Intercom, you push that, and you can have a two-way conversation with whoever's outside there. Motion detection, you can turn it on and off. The motion detection from here. Light, you can turn your light on here. And that's about it. As you can see, I've got several cameras on this Cloud Edge. And like I say, I like the Cloud Edge. And with saying that, we're going to take another break and come back shortly, or in a few hours anyway, after it gets dark, and we'll look at some nighttime images. So see you in a bit. All right, we're back. Let's go into the camera here and see what we're getting for nighttime. As you can see, we're in color mode right now. The throw distance isn't fantastic, but anybody back there you're not going to be able to identify anyway. But up here it's a crystal clear image. We're back into the full high definition, and that is a real good image for nighttime. If we wanted to, though, we could turn the light off here, and it's going to take a second, and then it's going to go into the IR mode using the infrared light source. And by doing that, you've got a lot better throw on the light. And as you can see, that's a heck of a nighttime image. So if you don't mind the black and white picture, that's great. But if you really want color, all you have to do is turn the light on. And you can also set it to automatically turn on with motion. But that is great. I should probably show you something here too. You can zoom in on these images just by kind of clicking out like that. That's how you would zoom in and out. Anyway, that gives you a good example of what this can do, and it's pretty good. Like I said earlier, the Wi-Fi signal is a little low, but it has a pretty good excuse for being low, being all around that metal. And if you decide you would like to purchase something like this, in the description of this video, I will have a link to a purchase site where you can go and check it out further and maybe purchase it. And I do get a commission on that if you purchase it through that site, but nobody says you really need to get it through me. You can go elsewhere if you'd like. In any case, thank you for watching my video, and I will be doing more in the future, so keep an eye out. Have a good one. Bye.